Whenever you're ready, Colin, let's get going as quickly as we can. And I'll be going right into that pregame interview. Thank you, Dr. T, and thank you all for tuning in. Welcome to Canyon View High School for the game of the night across this region. Two Cedar City schools go at one another, and it's the rematch of a game that took place back on January 11th. Where Canyon View Falcons came away with a victory in a tight ball game, and we expect everything to be the same tonight in terms of these two teams going at it, both of them fighting for a playoff spot. And we anticipate it's going to be a full house here tonight. You can listen along at 107.7 590 KSUB. That's the terrestrial broadcast on the radio, of course. You can listen to the stream at ksub590.com. And as we did last time, you can also watch this ball game also at ksub590.com. Tune in either way you can and join us tonight for a great night of basketball here in Cedar City. The Falcons play host to the Redmen tonight. We had a chance to speak with Coach Russ Beck some time ago. And here's what the coach had to say about tonight's game. Okay, Coach Russ Beck, we'll take a radio break and a TV break now.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted choice for tires and accessories of all sizes and styles from the world's most reliable manufacturers. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West 200 North in Cedar City. Rally Stop is your one-stop shop for food, groceries, and top-tier Shell and Chevron gasolines. Cheap gas comes at a cost. You can trust Rally Stop to help save you money in the end with better gas mileage and engine performance. Save even more when you enroll in the Royal Rewards program with a 5-cent per gallon discount at the pump, as well as points for in-store purchases. Good at any Rally Stop location in Cedar City, Springdale, St. George, Panguitch, and now in Delta. Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted choice for tires and accessories of all sizes and styles from the world's most reliable manufacturers. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West 200 North in Cedar City. Only $5 pizza gives you a large, freshly baked one-topping pizza or a medium made-to-order supreme pizza for just $5. And don't forget the breadsticks, specialty salads, chicken wings, and more, all at a great price. And now $5 Pizza offers 2 locations to serve you, in the Providence Center and now on North Main Street across from Canyon View Middle. Both locations offering the best pizza value in Cedar City. 865-9600, 865-9600.
I am your favorite DQ treats. And when you exit the drive-thru with a minivan full of me and a rear-view mirror obstructed by DQ soft serve, your kids will know that you know how to party. Party over here, party over there, party everywhere.
With 2 Cedar City locations to serve you on South Main Street and in the Color Country Chevron near the 200 North Interchange.
Because I'm not fast food, I am fan food.
Welcome to Color Country Pediatrics.
We understand that your child is your world. That's why we provide compassionate care.
Learn more about our practice and schedule an appointment with us today.
The largest pediatric practice in town and still growing, Color Country Pediatrics offers wellness checkups, sick visits, sports physicals, and preventative care. Because we're able to provide so many services on site, like several labs, casting, stitches, IVs, and wound care, our patients can receive quality treatment from friendly faces in a familiar setting. Our friendly physicians develop long-term relationships with whole families in order to provide kids with the most comprehensive care. With a staff member on call 24 hours a day, you can have peace of mind.
We love coming here. They make us feel comfortable and they're welcoming, and we know that they care about us.
Color Country Pediatrics gives back to the community by supporting local schools, sports teams, and events. Color Country Pediatrics.
They're our world too.
The Big Picture Morning Show with Dr. T and Chris Holmes. Weekdays at 6 on News Talk 107.7, 590 KSUB.
Teams. We are back at Canyon View High School in preparation for tonight's game, and we are about 3.5 minutes away from the national anthem and introduction of players, starting lineups, I should say. Once again, call, text, let your friends know that no matter where they might be in the world, they can not only listen to the game tonight, but they can watch it as well at ksub590.com. And it's an exciting thought for many folks who, because of work or other responsibilities with family, won't be able to pack themselves into the gym tonight. This is a relatively small gym as high school gyms go, and it's going to be a standing room only crowd here tonight. It always is. And we can only hope that everybody who squeezes in, everybody who listens on the radio, everybody who tunes in to the video stream at ksub590.com is in for a treat tonight. If it's anything like the last game back on January 11th, well, that's the kind of game we're looking for. And the Cedar High team, of course, is looking to reverse roles tonight and come out the winner here in hostile territory. Falcons here to defend the home court and make a statement over this Cedar team by taking both games this year. And either way, we anticipate it's going to be great. One thing that is going to be a highlight, no matter the outcome of the ball game, is that at halftime we will be honoring the families who are beneficiaries of the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic, which was played back in the final week of December. And the proceeds that were brought in during that charity tournament will be distributed to 3 different families, all of them suffering from cancer, a family member at least suffering from cancer. So we look forward to bringing those details to you again tonight as well. I said it many, many times, there's no more moving moment in all of high school basketball that I've ever seen than at halftime when the teams come out in the middle of the floor, administration, cheerleaders, and student body, community members representing both high schools come out on the floor, and those proceeds are distributed to the needful families. It's a great moment, and we will bring that to you tonight, both via our video and audio streams. And we anticipate that that'll happen right when the halftime buzzer sounds. That's typically when they've done it. Then they let the teams retire to the locker rooms, and that'll likely be the way that it's handled again tonight. Just a moment away. They've stopped the clock here, and we anticipate that National Anthem will be coming up here very shortly. So we will pause for another 2-minute break on our pregame show and be back with more at Canyon View High School right after this.
Carter Creek Concrete to Go is your small quantity concrete supplier. 1/4 to 2 cubic yards made according to your specs. The load mixes while you drive. When you're done, you hose out the drum and return the mixer. It's as easy as that. Buy only what you need with no mixing by hand or short load fees, and save big by doing it yourself. Carter Creek Concrete to Go at 942 North Airport Road in Cedar City. For the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Carter Creek Concrete to Go.
KREC, Bryan Head, and Cedar City at 98.1. St. George at 98.5. The Southern Utah's Variety Station, Star 98, a product of Cherry Creek Media.
Okay, that is the granddaughter of Coach Steve Hodson, Aunt Susie Hodson. It's tradition for her to sing the national anthem at the beginning of this game at Canyon View High School, where the proceeds of the tournament named after her grandfather are distributed. And so what a great tradition that is. Starting lineups brought to you by Tink Superior Auto Parts. With thousands of parts in stock, shop and save at Tink's in Cedar City, Beaver, Panguitch, Hurricane, and St. George. For the Cedar Redmen, number 3 is the sophomore 6-foot Gage Savage. Number 5, 6'1", a sophomore Trayton Tebbs. Number 25, 6'5", a junior Bailey Oswald. Number 20, number 14, 6 foot, a sophomore, is Jaron Garrett. And number 55, 6'2", a senior, Bryce Crowley. That's the starting lineup for the Cedar Redmen. They're coached by Russ Beck. He's assisted by Terry Tebbs and Tyler Monks. And now the starting lineup for the home team, the Canyon View Falcons. Number 2, 6 foot, a senior, Mason Lyman. Number 3, 5'11", a junior, Trevor Farrell. Number 13, 6'1", a senior, Parker Holmes. Number 20, 6'4", a senior, Dallin Brindley. And number 33, 6'2", a senior, Kyle Sorensen. That's the starting lineup for Coach Rob Potter. He's assisted by Kim Blackner, Ron Potter, Jim Jensen, and Kevin Barnes. That's your starting lineups for tonight's ball game. We're moments away from tip-off here on both the radio and audio streams and our video stream tonight at KSUV590.com. Tune in either way you can and join us for a basketball party tonight, a celebration of the community of Cedar City, not only with the basketball game, but with the celebration of community togetherness in support of a couple of families who are suffering the effects of cancer, and that will take place at halftime again tonight. Proceeds of the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic distributed tonight to the beneficiaries. It's going to be Bailey Oswald going up against Dallin Brindley. And we are just about set. 3-man officiating crew, of course. 8 minutes on the clock, and we are set to go. The first quarter of the ball game is brought to you by Ron's Sporting Goods, Southern Utah's choice for motorcycles, ATVs, service parts, and accessories. They've been in business for over 50 years at the same great location, 138 South Main Street. Cedar wins the toss, and it's going to be Gage walking it into the forecourt left side with the left-handed dribble. He'll reverse course over to the top of the key, out to Trayton Long. Bobby's upholstery three, good, and the Cedar Redmen are on the board. Bobby's Upholstery can do it all for you. For automotive, home furniture, ATV, boat, and equipment, seat sewing, and repairs, Bobby's can handle it at 454 North Main Street in Cedar City. Driving the lane, muscling one up, no good. Wanted the foul, Mason Lyman, and the rebound off to the Redmen. Quickly Gage into the forecourt. Left side, he goes to Landon Barney. Barney with a Bobby's Upholstery three, no good. I misidentified Bryce Crowley as the fifth starter. It's actually Landon Barney, the junior, wearing number 30, 6'3". Canyon View with the ball, trailing 3-0 here on your State Bank scoreboard. Here's Holmes driving the lane, a hop and a skip, high off the glass, and it's in. A nice nifty move there, and Parker Holmes has put the Canyon View Falcons on the board. 3-2, Redmond. Under 7 minutes left to go. Here's Trayton for another long three. That one won't go, and the rebound off to the Falcons. 3-2 on your State Bank scoreboard. State Bank of Southern Utah, personal and business banking since 1957. Bobby's Upholstery three is up and in by Dallin Brindley, and it's a 5-3 lead for the Falcons now. And the ball is knocked away, gets away from the Redmen and out of bounds. It'll be Canyon View ball on the miscue. 6:29 left to go here, opening quarter. 5-3 Canyon View out in front. And to trigger in, it's going to be Trevor Farrell. Farrell brings it in to Lyman. Mason on the wing, guarded by Jaron Garrett to the top of the key. Now reverses course and hands it off to Brindley. Brindley into Sorensen. Sorensen with the turnaround shot. It's good. Kyle Sorensen, 6'2", a senior, and he scores the bucket. 7-3 here in the early going. And we've got a timeout brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. When your child is sick, time is of the essence. Color Country is here to help with same-day appointments for sick children. Back in 1 minute.
For lunch, dinner, or after the game, Brad's Food Hut is the place to please the entire party. From Bronco burgers to fish and chips to sandwiches, salads, or specialty sides to delicious ice cream desserts or thirst-quenching drinks, Brad's has the menu to satisfy everyone's appetite. Serving Cedar City for nearly 4 decades, Brad's has become Cedar City's favorite stop. Call ahead and your order can be ready. Dine in or take out at 546 North Main Street, Brad's Food Hut, where everyone leaves happy.
DJ and Ernie, Big Kickin' Country's morning show.
Gage Savage into the forecourt and dribbling over to the right wing. Bailey Oswald looking to set the screen at the high post. Instead, they go down to the baseline. Garrett up top to Tebbs. Trayton with the ball between the legs with the dribble to the top of the key. He's cut off there and double teamed. They swing it right side to Savage. Gage with the ball. Gage double teamed, steps between the defenders to Garrett. Garrett drives baseline as he tries to clear it. Barney picks it up out to Tebbs now. Tebbs to the free throw line on the dribble. Weaving between defenders, puts it up no good, but it's Oswald with the rebound. He'll bring it out to Savage. Savage with the drive between the defenders, and he's going to be bumped and fouled. No shot, it's going to be underneath for the Redmen as the foul goes against the Falcons. And it's going to be Trevor Farrow with personal foul number 1. That's the first foul of the ball game. Here's Gage for a long three. No good. The rebound on the backside by the Falcons, and quickly Lyman into the forecourt to the right side to Holmes. Parker has the ball knocked away and stolen away by Garrett. Here's Tebbs. Weaving around a defender, lays it up high off the glass, can't get it. It's Gage Savage and Parker Holmes fighting for the rebound, and that's going to go to the Falcons on the alternate possession as the Redmen won the opening tip. 5 players going to come into the ball game on your Zions Bank substitution. There's no substitute for having the right banking partner. Zions Bank, we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. So the new players on the floor: Harrison, Rogers, Zab Santana, Tanner Ayer, and Bryce Crowley. 5-man substitution for the Redmen. Walking it into the forecourt is Lyman. He'll send it right side to Brindley. Back to Lyman up top. To the left side, they go to Farrow. Trevor Farrow back to Brindley. About out in three-point range. Now up top once again to Lyman and to the top of the key now. Turning around facing the basket is Sorensen. They go underneath to Parker Holmes. He initiates the contact and puts it up. He had the height advantage there over Ty Harrison. And Parker Holmes scores his second bucket of the ball game. And down the floor, quickly as Zab Santana tries to go to work, he's bumped and fouled as well. That foul will go against Parker Holmes, number 1 on Parker. Second team foul on the Falcons. And it'll be out of bounds along the baseline. Tanner Ayer to do the honors. He'll bring it in to Harrison. Ty to the right side to Santana. Zab working off the high post screen. Double team now. He'll send it down into the corner to Ayer. Back up top to Zab. Santana with the ball working off the Crowley screen. Between the defenders, slips and falls to the floor. Had a little help, says the referee. And that's going to be another foul going up against Parker Holmes, I believe. So 2 quick fouls on Parker. That's going to be trouble. Parker has to come out of the ball game. And on your Zions Bank substitution, Cody Spencer is in for the Falcons. Underneath the bucket again for the Redmen as they get this possession extended. Shot by Zab Santana, no good. Tanner Ayer with the rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds on the alternate possession for Cedar now. So Tanner to trigger in once again. And in he comes to Crowley, the quick shot up and in. Bryce Crowley, the senior, 6'2", and he scores a bucket, and it's 9-5 Canyon View with 4 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Bobbing and weaving, driving the lane, running her up with the right hand, no good, is Farrow, and the rebound off to the Redmen. Into the forecourt comes Rogers. Left side to Zab Santana. Santana with the dribble over onto the right wing. Down into the corner they go to Rogers. He'll take the Bobby's upholstery 3. Misses. Here's Tanner Ayer with the rebound, and the putback is good. Air scores his first bucket of the ball game. 9-7, a 2-point ball game here, and another timeout call brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. Back in 1 minute.
Hi, my name is Parker Welbeck. I've spent the last 3 years traveling to over 15 different countries, capturing adrenaline-boosting moments, living my dream as a filmmaker. And it all started with the opportunities I was given at Southern Utah University. Within months of transferring to SUU, I was given access to film school events, travel with sports teams, and lead in campus groups, which all combined to give me the experience and confidence that I needed to launch my career as a filmmaker. I'm proof that SUU can take you everywhere.
Falcons nursing a 2-point lead here with 3:25 left to go, and as Jackson Jurgensen just into the ball game tries to dribble around the top of the key, he's going to be bumped and fouled, and the foul will go to, I haven't put it up on the board just yet. They've listed it as number 32, but Dallin Grant is not in this ball game for Cedar. Long 3-point shot, rattles around, no good. Tanner Air for the rebound, and as he tries to clear it, he's going to... I thought for a moment they were going to call him for a travel. They're going to call a jump ball, and alternate possession will give it to the Falcons. But that will cost the Falcons that possession, and next time it goes to Cedar. So that's the difference between a traveling call and a held ball. In they come to Jurgensen. Jurgensen drives, cut off there. He brings it back outside to Spencer. To the top of the key to Lyman. Mason Lyman with the ball. Leading scorer in the game back on January 11th. And here they go to Spencer, who drives baseline, beats Zab Santana out on the corner. And Spencer scores his first bucket of the ball game, and it's an 11-7 lead for the Canyon View Falcons. Zab Santana baseline left gets it right back, and Santana is on the board with 2 points. Back to a 2-point ball game, 11-10 Canyon View. Coming in from the left side this time, it's Jackson Jurgensen. And a timeout called once again. When a child is sick, time is of the essence. Color Country is here to help with 3 board-certified physicians and an excellent physician's assistant, not to mention a very competent and kind nursing staff. Back in 1 minute with the Falcons leading 13-9.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted source for tires and accessories and for maintenance and service to the most exacting standards. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West, 200 North in Cedar City.
The Canyon View Falcons lead by 4, 13-9 with 2:26 left to go here, and it's Redmond ball. Bailey Oswald back into the ball game. Also checking in is Trayton Tebbs, and it's Zab Santana to Tebbs on the right side, down into the corner to Tanner Air. His 3-point shot, good. Tanner Air with the Bobby's Upholstery 3, and that is 5 points in the ball game for the senior, standing at 6'3". And it's a 1-point ball game, 13-12 Canyon View. On the low block, they go to Sorensen. Sorensen trying to work against Oswald. In there for a long time, he has to go backside. Malik Dry will hand it off to Mason Lyman. Lyman way out far on the left wing to the top of the key on the dribble. Drives, runs her up with the right hand and scores it. Mason Lyman with his first bucket of the ball game, and it's 15-12 Canyon View. 1:42 left to go here first quarter. Zab Santana to the right side on the dribble. Now to the top of the key and double teamed. He'll drive between defenders, crash into a defender, and it's an offensive foul on Zab Santana. They got him. First personal on Zab. That's just the first team foul. That's the second team foul, on the Redmen. 15-12 Canyon View remains your State Bank score with 1:32 left to go here in the first quarter. An intense ball game. Redmond came out with the early lead on the first bucket of the ball game. The Falcons have led since with a bucket and from 2-point range and a 3-point shot. Underneath they go all alone, putting it up and in is Kyle Sorensen as Bailey committed on the incoming pass and wasn't able to track it down, and it's 17-12 Canyon View. 1:03 left to go. Opening quarter, Zab Santana far right. Down into the corner to Air. Up top to Rogers, left side to Tebbs. Trayton to the top of the key on the dribble, to Air, back to Trayton Tebbs. Tebbs working off the high post screen to Zabs, just inside the 3-point stripe, puts it up no good. And the smallest man on the floor, Rogers, gets the rebound. Back out to Santana. Weaving, and in he goes with a leap and leaner, and he puts it in. And he's got 4 points in the ball game. It's 17-14, a 3-point Canyon View lead. 30 seconds left to go, and it looks like the Falcons are going to look for the last shot of the first quarter. Lyman with it to Dry, to the top of the key on the dribble, and they'll work a little 3-man weave out front as they let the clock run down. And about 8 seconds left to go, they'll go to work. Here's Lyman on the dribble on the right wing. 8 seconds. Jumps out to the 3-point shot. That's the James Harden hop there. And he hit it. And it's 19-14. The half-court heave is off the mark. 19-14 Canyon View after one. Back in 1 minute with the second quarter.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted source for tires and accessories and for maintenance and service to the most exacting standards. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West, 200 North in Cedar City. Visit Rally Stop for quality top-tier gasolines, first-class customer service, and the cleanest restrooms in town. Rally Stop offers ethanol-free gasolines at most locations and DEF diesel additive at JR's Truck Stop and the Providence Center Chevron in Cedar City. For quality gasolines that save you money with better mileage and engine performance, for groceries, food, drinks, and in-house restaurants, trust your local Rally Stop stations in Cedar City, St. George, Springdale, Panguitch, and now in Delta.
Place to go. Call 867-8800. 867-8800 for MCO Tire and Service Center at 880 North Main Street in Cedar City. Second quarter about to get underway. Cedar will have possession of the ball, trailing at 19-14, so a 5-point cushion for the Falcons. On a 3-point shot just a moment ago. And it's Zab Santana to inbound. He'll come into Trayton. Trayton on the dribble over to the right side, off to Savage, back to Trayton in the corner. Trayton will stop from about 15 feet out, falling away, and hit it. Tebbs with the bucket. And it's 19-16, back to a 3-point Falcon lead. Driving the lane and kicking it out, and a 15-foot baseline jumper, no good. Tebbs on the backside for the rebound for the Redmen. 19-16 Falcons. Into the corner to Air, back to Zab on the wing. Zab working off the high post screen. It's Armstrong checking into the ball game on your Zions Bank substitution. Here's Savage for the 3-point try. No good. But Air gets the rebound, saves it on the floor to Savage once again. Here's Gage out to Zab. Santana at the top of the key now, working against the man-to-man defense. In they go to Armstrong. Tries to put it up, can't get it to go. And Parker is going to be whistled for his 3rd foul of the first half. And he's got to come out. And the big man Armstrong, the sophomore, you've always heard me continue to encourage him to continue to go up strong. Don't worry that sometimes that backside help comes over and blocks the shot away in such a dramatic fashion. And the big fella just keeps plugging away, and I'll tell you, there's not a better kid in the world. Armstrong misses the first free throw on your Webster's Orthodontic straight shooting free throw try. Here's the second, and it misses as well. Cedar comes away empty-handed, and it's still 19-16 Falcons, and 7 minutes left to go here, second quarter. With it, driving baseline left is Mason Lyman, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Zab Santana. That's number 2 on Zab. Number 3 on the Redmen. Zab will have to come out of the ball game. Checking in is Jaron Garrett. 7 minutes left to go. In they come to Cody Spencer. They'll bring it back out front now. Brindley with the ball in three-point range, guarded by Gage Savage. He drives the lane, picks up his dribble, leaves it backside to Farrell. Trevor up top to Lyman. Lyman for a wide-open Bobby's Upholstery 3 misses, and the ball is saved onto the floor by a hustling Dallin Brindley. So the Falcons will get another look here because the Redmen relaxed. Back out, a three-point try off the back of the iron, no good. And as the ball skips away, following his own shot is Cody Spencer, and he gives the Falcons a third look. And finally, the Bobby's Upholstery 3 goes. That's 2 of them in the ballgame for Dallin Brindley. The big fella, but he loves to shoot out there in three-point range, and it's 22-16 Canyon View. 6:05 left to go here, second quarter. Garrett left side to Tebbs. Trayton on the wing. He'll bring the dribble back between the circles and send it right side to Savage. They'll go out on the wing to Garrett. Jaron Garrett to Savage once again. As Armstrong comes out to play the high post in this Princeton offense. Jaron Garrett now on the dribble. Garrett driving. The pass is deflected away by Lyman, and the Falcons have it. It's Cody Spencer with the ball, right side to Brindley. Looks to spot up for the 3, instead passes to Trevor Farrell. Farrell now driving to the free throw line, and he'll go left side. Driving, getting the ball caught on his hip, and drawing the foul is going to be Cody Spencer. It'll be out of bounds for Canyon View, as the foul goes against Gage Savage, number 1 on Gage, number 4 on the Redmen. Out of bounds underneath, Brindley to trigger in. Brindley comes in to the baseline to Sorensen. He'll drive and lay it off to Brindley. Driving, jackknife layup, no good. The ball is knocked away and out of bounds, and it'll stay Falcon ball. And the trail official is going to come in and reverse that call. The man underneath called it Falcon ball, and the trailing official out on the perimeter saw the ball was knocked away from behind. 22-16 Canyon View with 5:07 left to go here, second quarter. And here's Trayton Tebbs thinking about the 3. Steps back, puts the shot up, no good, and the rebound can't be controlled by Ty Harrison, and it goes out of bounds to the Falcons. Falcons looking to extend a 6-point lead, 22-16, 4:55 left to go, second quarter. A thriller here at Canyon View so far tonight. And into the forecourt comes Trevor Farrell. He'll clear his teammates out and take their defenders with them. Now Farrell to the top of the key, guarded by Armstrong. To the right side to Lyman. Underneath they go to Sorensen. He tries to back in, and the ball squirts away. Sorensen has it stolen away by Armstrong. To Tebbs. Into the forecourt to Air. Driving baseline. Strong move. Puts it up, no good, but the foul will go against the Falcons. It's going to be Mason Lyman with his first personal. That's the 15th foul on the Falcons. This one, though, is in the act of shooting and going to the line to shoot. Webster's orthodontic straight shooting free throw is Tanner Air. He misses the first. For child or adult orthodontic care, Dr. Webster and staff are here to set you straight and leave you with a beautiful, confident smile at 415 North Main Street in Cedar City. Zab Santana at the table set to check in, but he didn't get there quickly enough. So Air will put the second one up. It rolls around, and in. Air has a 3, a 2, and a free throw now in the ball game for 6 points. and Armstrong will come out. Zab Santana checking in. 4:25 left to go, second quarter, 22-17 Falcons. Trevor Farrell with the ball to the top of the key on the dribble. Right side, he goes to Jorgensen. Jorgensen with the ball. He'll hand it back to Farrell. To the top of the key they go. Driving, stopping with his dribble, and sending it right side was Spencer. Now out on the wing they go to Farrell once again. Underneath, backing in once again, putting the shot up and in is Kyle Sorensen. 6 points in the ball game for Sorensen. 6'2", a senior. And working that low post well, 24-17, a 7-point Falcon lead. That's the largest lead of the ball game. As Zab Santana tries to spin it away from the defense, he's going to be fouled. And I think the foul goes against Cody Spencer. Number 1 on Cody. That's 6 on the Falcons. Next time, the Redmen will be shooting. In they come to Santana. Santana on the drive, hanging, falling away to his left, and Santana scores the bucket. He's got 6 points in the ball game on 3 field goals. 3:33 left to go second quarter, 24-19, back to a 5-point Falcon lead. Here is Jorgensen with the ball, driving, picks up the dribble, sends it back out to Dry. Bobby's upholstery 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Harrison for the rebound. Here is Gage Savage driving, and as he puts up the shot, the foul will go against Dry, I believe, and they're going to give him 2 shots. Malik Dry with his first personal. That is the 7th Falcon team foul. This one comes in the act of shooting, so at the free throw line to shoot a couple is Gage Savage. At the scorer's table set to check in, Bailey Oswald on your Zions Bank substitution. And the first one up and in by Gage Savage. Hey, there's no substitute for having the right banking partner. Zions Bank, whether for personal or business banking, is in the heart of it all on the corner of Main Street and Center in Cedar City. Gage Savage for the second of 2, and he can make it a 3-point ball game. And the free throw is good. A nice roll by Gage, and he picked up both of them, and it is a 3-point ball game. 24-21 Falcons. Tanner Air comes out. Landon Barney back into the ball game. Barney, 6'3", a junior, and a sharpshooter. Out for the Bobby's upholstery 3. That one won't go. Tipping it up, no good, is Spencer, and the Redmen come away with the rebound. Here's Tebbs. Tebbs on the dribble, falling away from 15 feet out, no good, and the rebound is pulled down by the Falcons' Cody Spencer. To the right side, they go to Jorgensen. Jorgensen at the free throw line, keeps his dribble and sends it back outside to Farrell. He'll put up the long 3, no good. Bailey Oswald high for the rebound for the Redmen. 24-21 Falcons with 2:38 left to go here in the second quarter. Savage to Ty Harrison, right side to Landon Barney. With Oswald and Tebbs also on the floor. Oswald working that high post position in the Princeton offense for Cedar High School. 2:20 left to go in the quarter. To Bailey at the top of the key, back to Landon. Here's Barney working off the high post screen. He'll lay it off to Harrison. 2:10 left to go. Trayton Tebbs will now work off that screen. To Harrison. To the high post they go to Bailey. And now to Gage. Savage with the ball. He'll back it out, guarded by Malik Dry. And now he'll dribble it all the way over to the right wing. Spins out away from the defense. Shoots it up quickly, about a 13-footer, no good. And the Falcons come away with it. Into the forecourt, they come to Farrell. Farrell cross court to Spencer. Spencer picking up his dribble at the free throw line. Will lay it off to Trevor Farrell once again. Down in the corner to Dry. A Bobby's upholstery 3. Rattles around, no good. Harrison for the rebound. To Tebbs. Into the forecourt left side. Tebbs working off the screen. Sends it to Barney. Landon Barney with the ball. Back out front to Tebbs. Tebbs on the dribble. To the left wing. Drives the lane. Runs her up with the right hand. No good. Bailey Oswald from out of nowhere to get the rebound. And the foul is going to go against the Falcons, number 33, Kyle Sorensen. That'll be free throws for Bailey Oswald. As a couple of Falcons are at the scorer's table set to check in, Mason Lyman and Alan Brindley back in. Malik Dry and Kyle Sorensen will sit down. Also checking in for the Redmen now, Jody Arakaza and Tanner Air back into the ball game on your Zions Bank substitution. 1:11 remains here in the second quarter. 24-21, Falcons by 3. Bailey Oswald, the big lefty, a junior, at the free throw line, puts the first one up, and it rattles around no good. Jody is going to be whistled for the foul, however, over the back. Little question about that one. And so Arakaza with his first personal, just the fourth team foul on the Redmen, however. With 1:10 left to go in the quarter. Second quarter to be exact. Here is Lyman on the dribble. Lyman will drive and kick out to the right side to Jurgensen, up top to Farrell. Left side they go to Brindley, a dangerous three-point shooter. Down to the corner to Spencer. Back out front they go to Lyman. Drives through the lane, and Brindley will shoot it up and in. Once again, they didn't get a hand in the face of the big fella. He's got 3 triples in the ball game, and he's put Canyon View back out in front, 27-21. Redmond got to get a hand in his face. 27-21 Falcons. 32 seconds remaining here, second quarter. Savage with the ball, backside to Tebbs. He'll take the Bobby's upholstery 3 and score it. Trayton Tebbs from the baseline left. 27-24, back to a 3-point game. Lyman with the ball right side. They leave him wide open, and he makes them pay. Falcons back out in front on the 3 by Mason Lyman, 30-24. A 6-point Falcon lead. Here's Tebbs to Bailey Oswald. He'll drive the lane, kick it out to Gage. Over into the corner to Tanner Air. His 3-point shot won't go, and that's the buzzer. It's halftime here, and the Falcons lead it 30-24 at the half. And we're going to observe and see what we're going to do here at the half. I believe we will go right into our halftime presentation. The Falcons left the floor, but I think they misunderstood. Now they're bringing them back out. This is usually when they do this ceremony. The Redmen remained on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the disbursement of the funds that were raised during the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic, 10th annual this past holiday season. And a couple of families in town were selected by the committee. And both teams will come back out on the floor. They'll be joined by the cheerleaders lined up along the sideline. Members of coaching staff and administration out on the floor as well. And then the families who are the beneficiaries of funds raised for the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic are out on the floor. Pam Smith is a wife and mom of 3, grandmother of 5, soon to be 6, and a 4th grade teacher. She's been married to Mike Smith for 23 years. Her kids are Krista Rasmussen, Braden Davis, Brescia Scott. Her grandkids are Cash, Kai, Avery, Nellie, and Beckett. And she has another grandson on the way. And she is one of the beneficiaries. The other, Michelle Strickland Anderson. Michelle is a small-town girl at heart, and grew up in Monroe, where she graduated from South Sevier High. She moved to Cedar City in 1997 for college and has never been able to leave the place. It's become home. Michelle is married to James, and they have 2 children, Jolie and Jesse. Those are your beneficiaries, and they are out on the floor with family members and loved ones as well. And you see members of the Steve Hodson family also out on the floor. Steve's daughter, his wife, who really is the key figure in the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic, Susie Hodson. And Steve's granddaughter, who sang the national anthem to start this ball game. And they are just giving some introductions of these families now, and we're pleased and happy, feel it a privilege to be able to provide this coverage both on the radio and at our video stream, I should say, at KSUB590.com, where you can watch along. I still maintain that there's no more touching, no more moving moment in all of high school basketball than halftime of this ball game each year, where these proceeds are distributed to families in the community suffering from cancer And it's all centered in honoring the life of Steve Hodson, who died of multiple cell myeloma in November of 2008. At the time, he was the coach of SUU's women's team. He had previously coached both boys and girls teams at both Cedar and Canyon View High Schools. Played his college ball at Southern Utah University, then Southern Utah State College. A native of Orem, Utah, but much like Michelle Anderson, once she came here, was unable to leave, and he became a basketball fixture in Southern Utah, was an assistant coach at SUU, also an assistant coach at Dixie State, and won state championships at Cedar High School with the boys. Then with the opening of Canyon View High School, coached here at Canyon View High School, took the Falcons to a state title, then took the Falcon girls to a state title, and then was hired as SUU's women's coach. And even before his hiring as SUU's women's coach, he was diagnosed with multiple cell myeloma and battled the disease for 8 years. Went through a routine of receiving chemotherapy and radiation treatments just before the basketball season began, and he'd get another one just as the basketball season came to an end. And once again, passed away in November of 2008. And once again, 2 families are benefiting. And you see them there along with members of Steve Hodson's family out there as well. Once again, Michelle Anderson and Pam Smith. Pam, once again, a 4th grade teacher here in town. And Michelle Anderson, a native of Monroe, Utah. And married to James Anderson here in town. The oversized checks lie leaned up against the scorer's table. Those will be brought out here in just a moment. And once we wrap up this ceremony, we will pause for a halftime feature for our video viewers. A message from Southern Utah University. For our radio listeners, we will go back to the studio for a break and then come back here for individual scoring numbers. So good to be a part of this, and it's a privilege to be able to bring it to you both on the radio and the video stream. A great moment in our community, a great moment in high school sports, the way it ought to be done. Biographies of the recipients being read over the public address system here at Canyon View High School. The Falcons lead the game 30-24. It's a 6-point Falcon lead. They've stopped the half-time clock at 10 minutes. They're going to allow the teams to go and allow them a little bit of time for halftime, and then they'll roll that clock. Here come the checks for these 2 families. Dennis Heaton, principal at Canyon View High School. Kyle Robinson, assistant principal and athletic director, with the checks in hand and ready to reveal the amounts that will be offered these families. And here they come. $6,000 apiece to help. It's a drop in the bucket, I know, to someone who is fighting cancer. But it is a gesture by members of the community of support and a means of showing support for these two families, and everybody on their feet now at Canyon View. Regardless of what side of town they come from, everybody on their feet honoring these two families. And our thanks go out to the Steve Hodson family as well, spearheading the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic in its 10th year this past December. And we thank you for watching and listening. We will, for our video viewers, go right into our halftime feature from Southern Utah University. And for our radio folks, a 2-minute break, and we'll be back here at Canyon View High School.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted choice for tires and accessories of all sizes and styles from the world's most reliable manufacturers. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West 200 North in Cedar City. Only $5 Pizza gives you a large, freshly baked, one-topping pizza or a medium made-to-order supreme pizza for just $5. And don't forget the breadsticks, specialty salads, chicken wings, and more, all at a great price. And now $5 Pizza offers 2 locations to serve you, in the Providence Center and now on North Main Street across from Canyon View Middle. Both locations offering the best pizza value in Cedar City. 865-9600, 865-9600.
I am your favorite DQ Treats. And when you exit the drive-thru with a minivan full of me and a rear-view mirror obstructed by DQ soft serve, your kids will know that you know how to party. Party over here. Party over there. Party everywhere.
With 2 Cedar City locations to serve you on South Main Street and in the Color Country Chevron near the 200 North Interchange.
Because I'm not fast food. I am fan food.
Welcome to Color Country Pediatrics.
We understand that your child is your world. That's why we provide compassionate care.
Learn more about our practice and schedule an appointment with us today.
The largest pediatric practice in town and still growing. Color Country Pediatrics offers wellness checkups, sick visits, sports physicals, and preventative care. Because we're able to provide so many services on site, like several labs, casting, stitches, IVs, and wound care, our patients can receive quality treatment from friendly faces in a familiar setting. Our friendly physicians develop long-term relationships with whole families in order to provide kids with the most comprehensive care. With a staff member on call 24 hours a day, you can have peace of mind.
We love coming here. They make us feel comfortable and they're welcoming, and we know that they care about us.
Color Country Pediatrics gives back to the community by supporting local schools, sports teams, and events. Color Country Pediatrics.
They're our world too.
The Big Picture Morning Show with Dr. T and Chris Holmes. Weekdays at 6 on News Talk 107.7 590 KSUB.
Exciting things are happening for college students in Cedar City. Southern Utah University and Southwest Technical College have entered into a unique dual enrollment partnership that promises to give students at both schools incredible educational flexibility and significant financial benefits. This exciting partnership has been conceived and developed by President Scott Wyatt of Southern Utah University and President Brennan Wood of Southwest Technical College.
For students at Southwest Tech, this dual enrollment process allows students to have an opportunity to use the resources at the Tech College, but also take advantage of the opportunities at Southern Utah University.
This collaboration began with us at SUU talking about what we can do to help those students who come to SUU unprepared or uncertain about what they want to do in their future, and for one reason or another drop out. And we thought maybe a solution is to expand opportunities for these students and everybody else. And that discussion about expanding opportunities for them led us to Southwest Tech.
A great example of this is one of our Southwest Tech computer science students. So a student can come to Southwest Tech and complete a credential. 22 of those credits can then transfer for free to the university, saving them thousands of dollars in university tuition.
Our hope is that we can get Southwest Tech and SUU so fully connected that our students who for any reason at all decide that university life isn't for them or isn't for them now, that they have this great alternative that they can just shift over to Southwest Tech. And at the same time, provide the Southwest Tech students an opportunity that whenever they get to the point that they want to move on from their certificates, they can come our way.
Beginning in August 2019, if you're a student at S-Tech and you decide to participate, you'll also be accepted and enrolled as a student at SUU and immediately start to earn university credit at no cost. You'll earn credit in the following areas: automotive, business, computer science, culinary arts, digital media, health professions, industrial maintenance, transportation, and welding.
The educational advantages for the Southwest Tech student is that they can earn university credit while taking classes here at the Tech College, and that saves them both time and money.
What we're talking about is taking the very best of each and then putting them together. So the students can still take welding at Southwest Tech tuition prices, which is very low compared to the university. And that SUU students can take a Southwest class, perhaps as an elective, and bring that over as credit for Southwest's tuition costs. So when every question has been asked of us through untold number of meetings, the answer has always been the same. What is in the best interest of the students? And someone says, well, this financially might hurt SUU. That's not the question. The question is, what's in the best interest of the students? What if a student at SUU discovers that she can take a class at Southwest, transfer it over, and pay less tuition? Well, that's great. We're all in favor of that because what we want is the best thing possible for the students.
If you have any questions about the dual enrollment program or the process of signing up, ask your academic advisor. Southern Utah University and Southwest Technical College, working together to help you.
Hi, my name is Parker Walbeck. I've spent the last 3 years traveling to over 15 different countries, capturing adrenaline-boosting moments, living my dream as a filmmaker. And it all started with the opportunities I was given at Southern Utah University. Within months of transferring to SUU, I was given access to film school events, travel with sports teams, and lead in campus groups, which all combined to give me the experience and confidence that I needed to launch my career as a filmmaker. I'm proof that SUU can take you everywhere.
Carter Creek Concrete to Go is your small quantity concrete supplier. 1/4 to 2 cubic yards made according to your specs. The load mixes while you drive. When you're done, you hose out the drum and return the mixer. It's as easy as that. Buy only what you need with no mixing by hand or short load fees, and save big by doing it yourself. Carter Creek Concrete to Go at 942 North Airport Road in Cedar City. For the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Carter Creek Concrete to Go.
For lunch, dinner, or after the game, Brad's Food Hut is the place to please the entire party. From Bronco burgers to fish and chips to sandwiches, salads, or specialty sides to delicious ice cream desserts or thirst-quenching drinks, Brad's has the menu to satisfy everyone's appetite. Serving Cedar City for nearly 4 decades, Brad's has become Cedar City's favorite stop. Call ahead and your order can be ready. Dine in or take out at 546 North Main Street, Brad's Food Hut, where everyone leaves happy. Turn to southernutahradio.com and southernutahsports.net for the latest in Southern Utah news, features, and high school and college sports, with local spotlights, local details, local features, local audio and video interviews, as well as live audio and video events. southernutahradio.com, and southernutahsports.com.
Families tonight. Welcome back to Canyon View High School, 30-24. The Falcons lead it here at intermission. And we hope you enjoyed our halftime coverage of the ceremonies distributing the funds of the Steve Hodson Cancer Classic. Steve Hodson, of course, as we said, coached at Cedar High, Canyon View High, both boys and girls, and was the women's coach at SUU when he passed away from multiple cell myeloma in November of 2008. But a great moving moment and a privilege really for us to be a part of it, to be able to bring it to you both on the radio and on our video stream. 30-24, and we are just about set for the second half of this ball game. And for those of you who've joined us on the video stream, let's just repeat individual scoring here at halftime. 5 points for Gage Savage, 5 points for Trayton Tebb, 6 points in the ball game for Tanner Ayer, 6 for Zab Santana, 2 points for Bryce Crowley. That's the scoring for the Cedar Redmen. For the Canyon View Falcons, 5 for Mason Lyman, 4 for Parker Holmes, 9 points for Dallin Brindley on 3 3-point makes, 2 points for Spencer Cody, 2 points for Jackson Jorgensen, and 6 points in the ball game for Kyle Sorensen, who has done a great job there on the low block against some taller competition, but he's managed to get good, solid position on the block and come away with 3 baskets. Back out on the floor for the Redmen. They'll start the second half a little differently than they started the first half. It's going to be Trayton Tebbs, Gage Savage, Bailey Oswald. They started the first half. But also in the ball game to start, Zab Santana and Tanner Ayer. For the Falcons, same way they started the ball game. Holmes, Brindley, Kyle Sorensen, Mason Lyman, and Trevor Farrow. Those are the starters for the Canyon View Falcons. And the Falcons will begin with possession of the ball to start the second half. They lead it 30-24. And it's going to be Trevor Farrow to inbound. There's the whistle, and the second half is underway. In he comes to Lyman, and Lyman crosses the midcourt stripe on the dribble. He'll lay it off to Holmes there. Holmes looking backdoor. Now he'll go to work. As he drives, it's blocked away from the backside, and the help by Bailey Oswald. Excellent job there defensively by Bailey. Out to Trayton, top of the key to Gage. Right side they go to Tanner. He'll take the Bobby's upholstery 3 off the mark, and it's Parker Holmes for the rebound ahead to Farrell. For automotive and home furniture, ATV, boat, and equipment seats, sewing and repairs, Bobby's Upholstery can handle it all at 454 North Main Street in Cedar City. And the three-point shot, no good by the Falcons. Gage Savage quickly into the forecourt. Right side, he goes to Ayer, back to Gage. Left side to Zab Santana. Zab will stop and pop from about 16 feet, and he scores it. 8 points in the ball game for Zab. And it's a 4-point cushion for the Falcons, 30-26. Just underway here in the second half. Here's Lyman to the top of the key on the dribble. Drives, runs her up, blocked away. I think it was Ayer that got a hand on it. And here's Zab Santana ahead to Trayton. Trayton back to Zab. Santana between the legs with the dribble to the top of the key underneath to Oswald. Oswald with the move. As he tries to make his move, they're going to call him for carrying the ball. Tough luck there for Bailey. The ball goes over to the Falcons, leading at 30-26. 6:40 left to go here, third quarter. And stopping and popping just inside the three-point line is Trevor Farrell. And those are the first points of the ball game for Trevor. 32-26, back to a 6-point Falcon lead. 6.5 minutes left to go here, third quarter. Right side to Zab Santana. Santana with the dribble to the top of the key. Double team there. He sends it down baseline to Ayer, back to Zab. Zab will go to Bailey, who again drives baseline, leaves it out to Ayer, who had vacated the spot, and they turn the ball over. Third quarter is brought to you by Leon's Alignment. Leon is the go-to guy with over 30 years of experience addressing alignment and balance issues, veers, shakes, rattles, pulls, and all other general automotive repairs. Leon's Alignment, 590 North Main, driven by perfection. 6:05 left to go. Falcons with the ball in a 6-point lead, 32-26. Lyman down to the corner to Farrow, and he'll come out to Brindley. Back to Farrell, wide open. Bobby's upholstery three, rattles around, no good, but the rebound is taken by Lyman. He'll bring it back out to Farrell. And Farrell to the top of the key on the dribble, thinks about the three, sends it left side to Lyman once again. Lyman with a path to the basket, runs it up, no good. The foul will go against Gage Savage on your Boulevard Home Furnishings drive to the hoop. You don't have far to drive for great selection and pricing on furniture, appliances, electronics, and so much more at your hometown Boulevard Home Furnishings, 990 South Main Street in Cedar City. We'll also tell you that the ball game is brought to you by Rocky Ridge Landscape Rock. First one up and in by Lyman. For over 30 varieties and sizes of landscape rock, retaining block, paving stone, garden soil, mulches, and so much more, see Rocky Ridge Rock at 500 North, 600 West. So Lyman with the first one, and the second one is good as well. And it's a 34-26, 8-point lead. That matches largest lead of the ball game. Gage Savage out of the game. Checking in is the big sophomore, Luke Armstrong. Let's see if the Redmen are going to take advantage of a size advantage in this ball game here. Here's Trayton way out beyond the three-point line, no good. And as Landon Barney tries to save it on the floor, the ball goes out of bounds. 34-26 Falcons remains the score. 5:24 left to go, third quarter. And into the forecourt comes Trevor Farrell, right side. Farrell, left side to Brindley, in three-point range. He drives, cut off there by Santana. Left side they go to Lyman, underneath now to Parker Holmes. Parker tries to spin baseline, can't get it, sends it backside, and Farrell will shoot it up and in. Trevor just inside the three-point line. Another two. He scored 4 points in the ballgame. They both come from the same spot here in the second half, and it's suddenly a 10-point lead for the Falcons, 36-26. Up they go to Armstrong. Luke sends it left side. The ball is stolen away by Trevor Farrell. Trevor will stop and pop from three-point range, and he got it again. A 13-point Canyon View lead. Farrell getting hot here in the third quarter, and a timeout call brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. 39-26 Falcons lead. Back in a minute.
Carter Creek Concrete to Go is your small quantity concrete supplier. 1/4 to 2 cubic yards made according to your specs. The load mixes while you drive. When you're done, you hose out the drum and return the mixer. It's as easy as that. Buy only what you need with no mixing by hand or short load fees, and save big by doing it yourself. Carter Creek Concrete to Go at 942 North Airport Road in Cedar City. For the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Carter Creek Concrete to Go.
KREC, Bryan Head, and Cedar City at 98.1. St. George at 98.5. The Southern Utah's Variety Station, Star 98, a product of Cherry Creek Media.
(39-26), suddenly a 13-point Falcon lead, and the Falcons threatening to run away from this one. Cedar's going to have to get some shots to drop here and some quality looks, and they're also going to have to come up with some Carter Creek Concrete defensive stops at the other end. Carter Creek Concrete to Go, your small quantity concrete supplier. 1/4 to 2 cubic yards. They're located on Airport Road. Here's Tebbs with the ball, baseline left. Tries to leave it out. Another steal by the Falcons. Into the forecourt they come. Driving, kicking it back out. It's Parker Holmes, fakes the three, steps inside, takes the two, no good. And it comes right back out to Parker as a couple of Redmen fight over the ball. And the Falcons get another look here. Farrell, right side to Brindley, wide open three, off the back of the iron, no good. They still can't get the rebound, however. Now they get it, it's Tanner Ayer on the miss, and Barney into the forecourt right side. Landon Barney, and a foul will go against Bryce Crowley. Bryce is wearing number 32 instead of number 55, and that's why we had a foul earlier that went against Bryce. And I was confused by that. I know him by looking at him. I don't look at his number. He's wearing Dallin Grant's number. Here's Lyman, leaves it off to Holmes. Holmes with the shot up, no good, but he gets his own rebound, and the Falcons get another look. Lyman with the three-point shot. That one won't go, and the ball goes out of bounds off the Falcons. 39-26 remains your State Bank score. State Bank of Southern Utah, personal and business banking since 1957. Falcons out in front. Checking into the ball game is Jorgensen. Checking out is Parker Holmes. They don't want him to pick up that fourth foul here in the third quarter of play. Cedar with the ball with plenty of ground to make up here. They trail it by 13. Zab to Trayton Tebbs. To Landon Barney right side, down into the corner to Air. Tanner Air with the ball. He'll bring the dribble to the top of the key. Underneath they go to Landon Barney all alone. Beautiful pass on the assist by Tanner Air, and Landon Barney scores his first bucket of the ball game. 18-footer looking straight down the barrel is good by Trevor Farrell. He's got 9 points here in the third quarter alone, and it's 41-28. Here's Zab. As he tries to work the defenders, he's fouled. That foul will go against Farrell. That's his second. Out of bounds along the sideline for Cedar. It'll be Trayton Tebbs to inbound. He'll bring it into Zab. Santana with the ball. He'll bring it over to the right side and hand off to Landon. Left side to Air, down into the corner to Tebbs. Trayton now will bring the ball on the dribble up top to Santana. Down on the low block to Air. He'll put it up and in. Great position. We talked about position on the part of Sorensen, but that time it was Tanner Air with the great position, and Redmond score a bucket. 41-30, an 11-point Falcon lead. With the ball wide left is Spencer to Farrell, the shooter, hot-handed shooter right now for the Falcons. Trevor Farrell out in three-point range. He leaves it down low to Kyle Sorensen. They'll send it backside to Spencer. Spencer driving baseline. Kicks it back out to Brindley. Up top to Jurgensen. Left side they go to Farrell. He'll spot for the three. No good. The rebound fought for. Brindley gets it. Puts it up and in. Offensive rebounds have been key in this third quarter surge. And the Falcons have just been getting them all. 43-30, back to a 13-point lead. Underneath, they try to go to Air, and it went off Air last and out of bounds. Malik Dry and Mason Lyman into the ball game for the Falcons. It is Ty Harrison and Gage Savage into the ball game for the Redmen on your Zions Bank substitution. 1:31 remains here in the third quarter, and it's a 13-point lead. That matches the largest lead of the ball game for the Falcons. Bringing it across the timeline is going to be Mason Lyman. Lyman left side to Jurgensen. Jurgensen closely guarded by Tebbs. Jurgensen on the dribble, up top to Dry. Right side they go to Lyman. There's Mason Lyman with the ball. Falcons going to be content with running some clock here with 1:08 left to go, third quarter. Traveled with the ball. I hope they were going to get him. So 1:05 left to go. 43-30. Falcons looking sharp here in the third quarter. Coming out of the gate at halftime with a spark. And the difference was Trevor Farrell and offensive rebounds. Ty Harrison with the ball, bumped and fouled by Cody Spencer. That's 2 on Spencer. Second team foul on the Falcons. Gage Savage to trigger in right in front of the Redmond bench. 51.4 seconds remains third quarter. And Redmond really need to get a good look here. Ty Harrison with the ball. They go to Bailey. Bailey out in three-point range. And he's going to hand it off to Trayton Tebbs. Here's Trayton leaning in from the left side. He's going to lean in with the shoulder too much, they're going to say. He'll be called for the offensive foul. Trayton initiated, and anytime you use your shoulder like that, they're probably going to get you for it. First personal on Trayton, and the Redmen come away empty-handed that time down the floor. There have been too many of those here in the third quarter. 43-30. Falcons looking to extend their lead with 23 seconds remaining third quarter. Jurgensen with the ball, and it was tipped away for a moment. Now stolen away by Trayton Tebbs. Here's Trayton into the forecourt right side. He'll go baseline. Cut off there, falling away, 18-footer, good! Trayton Tebbs with the two-point shot. 5 seconds remain. Here come the Falcons. Malik Dry tries to pass it out. Looked like he got tripped. No call. And there's 0.8 seconds remaining in the quarter. And it's going to be Redmond ball. Not really enough time to do anything with it. Unless they want to lob it underneath the basket for a tip. Here's Air for the shot. No good. And it's 43-32, an 11-point Falcon lead entering the final quarter of play in 1 minute.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted choice for tires and accessories of all sizes and styles from the world's most reliable manufacturers. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West 200 North in Cedar City. Rally Stop is your one-stop shop for food, groceries, and top-tier Shell and Chevron gasolines. Cheap gas comes at a cost. You can trust Rally Stop to help save you money in the end with better gas mileage and engine performance. Save even more when you enroll in the Royal Rewards program with a 5-cent per gallon discount at the pump, as well as points for in-store purchases. Good at any Rally Stop location in Cedar City, Springdale, St. George, Panguitch, and now in Delta.
Great to be with you from Canyon View High School on both the radio, the audio streams, and the video stream at ksub590.com, where you can watch along, and of course you can watch the game after the fact as well, if your favorite team wins tonight. Fourth quarter underway, and it's brought to you by Midtown Tire and Auto. Regular service extends the life of your vehicle. Underneath, they go to Air. He misses the shot, but the Redmen come away with it, and Trayton Tebbs is going to be bumped and fouled. It looks like it's going to go against Cody Spencer. That's 3 on Spencer. Regular service extends the life of your vehicle and gives you better performance and fuel efficiency. Manufacturer recommended maintenance with Midtown Auto is the best way to avoid costly and inconvenient breakdowns. They're at 433 South Main Street, right next to our KSUB studios. Look for the big tire. Jaron Garrett driving baseline, puts it up off the glass, no good, and the foul will go against the Falcons. Garrett to the line to shoot a couple. For your Webster's Orthodontic straight shooting free throws coming for child or adult orthodontic care. Dr. Webster and staff are here to set you straight and leave you with a beautiful, confident smile. Webster's Orthodontics, 415 North Main Street. Jaron Garrett with his first point of the ball game. 43-33, a 10-point game now. And Garrett can make it single-digit lead for the Falcons with the second free throw. That rattles around, no good. Santana with the rebound. His putback won't go, however, and the Falcons come away with it. It's dry. 43-33 Falcons with 7.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Here's Farrell to the right side to Dry, to the baseline to Parker Holmes. Holmes driving. He's cut off by Zab Santana. And Santana's going to be whistled for the foul, and Zab is saying, well, what do I got to do? But Parker very quick with the spin move, and it's going to be out of bounds. Santana with number 3. That's the 4th team foul on the Redmen. And it's going to be Brindley to bring it in to Lyman. Now right side they go to Brindley once again. And the ball is knocked away and out of bounds by Trayton Tebbs. It'll be Falcon ball. 7:07 left to go in the ball game. A lot of ground to make up for the Redmen. And they bring it into Lyman. Lyman with 5 points at the half. He's got 7 in the game now. He'll drive and kick out to Farrell. Bobby's upholstery 3 off the mark. No good, but guess who gets the rebound? Falcons again. Lyman with the reverse layup. No good. With the circus move there, and the Redmen come away with it. 43-33 remains the score. Here's Air driving baseline. Backside he goes to Trayton. Out front to Garrett, back to Trayton. Tebbs working. Bobby's upholstery 3. Good! So Tebbs with the bucket. And it's 43-36, a 7-point lead. Driving and kicking, Parker Holmes with a good look, misses, and it's the Redmen for the rebound. 43-36 Falcons with 6:15 left to go. Trayton Tebbs with the ball, to the baseline he goes, runs her up with the right hand after forcing contact, and Tebbs with a 2-point shot that time. And it's 43-38, it's down to a 5-point lead. Lyman with the ball to the right side on the dribble. Mason Lyman up top. Bobby's upholstery three, won't get it, and it's Zab Santana for the rebound. So Falcons have gone just a little bit cold several times down the floor. And Cedar can chip away at that lead once again. Here's Zab driving, spinning, putting it up off the glass and in. 10 points in the ball game for Santana, and it's a single possession game. 43-40 Falcons. 5.5 minutes left to go. And a timeout is going to be called by Robbie Potter, brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. Hey, when your child is sick, time is important. And Color Country is here to help with same-day appointments for sick children. Color Country Pediatrics, 55 East Canyon Commercial Avenue. Back in 1 minute.
For lunch, dinner, or after the game, Brad's Food Hut is the place to please the entire party. From Bronco burgers to fish and chips to sandwiches, salads, or specialty sides to delicious ice cream desserts or thirst-quenching drinks, Brad's has the menu to satisfy everyone's appetite. Serving Cedar City for nearly 4 decades, Brad's has become Cedar City's favorite stop. Call ahead and your order can be ready, dine in or take out at 546 North Main Street. Brad's Food Hut, where everyone leaves happy.
DJ and Ernie, Big Kickin' Country's morning show.
The Redmen are right back in this ball game, 43-40 with 5.5 minutes left to go. Falcon ball. Looking to answer here. And the Redmen with several Carter Creek Concrete defensive stops the last several times down the floor. Here's Parker with the ball, looks baseline. Now the spin move, loses the handle on the ball, and the foul was going to go against Zab Santana. That's number 4 on Zab. Just the 15th foul on the Redmen on the drive, so it'll be out of bounds for the Falcons. In they come to Farrell. Trevor with the ball, he'll bring it on the dribble. Near the top of the key, left side, they go to Brindley. Brindley with the ball underneath to Parker, backing in against Bailey Oswald. Quick with the shot up against the taller Bailey Oswald, and Parker Holmes scores the bucket. 45-40, 5-point Falcon lead. Here comes Zab. Zab will lay it off to Bailey. Back out front to Trayton. Bailey's got to get out of the key. They go to Bailey. He'll work up under. Good! Bailey Oswald. First 2 points of the game for Bailey on a nice move up and under. 45-42, a 3-point Falcon lead. 4.5 minutes left to go now. Lyman with the ball on the wing. To the top of the key with the dribble. Working against Santana. Brindley. Bobby's upholstery three, rattles around, no good. Spencer with the rebound and the putback. Sorensen, Kyle Sorensen underneath. The Falcons have just owned the boards, especially here in the second half of this ball game. 47-42, and here's Santana. Santana from the left side, runs her up, plenty of contact, no foul called. Bailey Oswald with the rebound, and I think the foul's going to go against the Falcons here. It'll go against Dallin Brindley, and that's just the first personal on Dallin. 5 team fouls on each team now. Cedar ball, they bring it in, nearly stolen away. It is stolen away. Parker down the floor to Farrell, driving in, putting it up with the right hand, good. Trevor Farrell now with 11 points in the ball game. They all come in the second half. 49-42, Falcons push it back out to a 7-point lead. Here's Trayton Tebbs with the ball. To Garrett, down into the corner to Air. Air back out front to Tebbs. on the dribble now. Sees a lane, drives, and he's held on the drive. And we'll see who they give it to. It's going to go against Mason Lyman. Mason's second personal, the 6th team foul on the Falcons. So next time it'll be free throws for the Redmen. In they come to Bailey. Bailey Oswald. Bailey dribbles and travels with the ball. Slipped as he tried to make his move, and a turnover for the Redmen. 49-42 remains the score. Falcons out in front, 3:20 left to go in this ball game. So time suddenly an ally of the Falcons as Lyman brings the ball into the forecourt left side. Lyman on the wing, to the top of the key on the dribble. They'll leave him wide open for the shot, and he buries it. A Bobby's Upholstery 3, and Lyman has put the Falcons back out in front by 10 with 3:05 left to go. Timeout call brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. Back in 1 minute.
Hi, my name is Parker Waldeck. I've spent the last 3 years traveling to over 15 different countries, capturing adrenaline-boosting moments, living my dream as a filmmaker. And it all started with the opportunities I was given at Southern Utah University. Within months of transferring to SUU, I was given access to film school events, travel with sports teams, and lead in campus groups, which all combined to give me the experience and confidence that I needed to launch my career as a filmmaker. I'm proof that SUU can take you everywhere.
.305 left to go in this one. And the Redmen have got themselves right back into the ball game, trailing only by 3, but the Falcon offense has come back to life and run it back out to a 10-point lead, 52-42, with just .305 left to go. Redmen come back with Ty Harrison, Trayton Tebbs, Tanner Ayers, Zab Santana, and Bailey Oswald. The Falcons answer with Parker Holmes, Mason Lyman, Dallin Brindley, Trevor Farrow, and Kyle Sorensen, the starting lineup. Here's Tebbs on the right side to the baseline, leaning back and putting it up off the glass and in. Trayton Tebbs, 14 points in the ballgame for Trayton, and it's an 8-point Falcon lead, 52-44. 2:40 left to go in this ballgame. Left side, they go to Farrow. He's guarded out there by Bailey Oswald. That's a bit of a matchup in terms of speed. Now they'll leave it back to Sorensen. Sorensen underneath, and the shot no good. Parker Holmes couldn't get it, but they're going to call Zab Santana or Bailey Oswald with the foul. The foul goes against, no, they're going to say Tanner Ayer. So Ayer with the personal, that's just his first. But fouled in the act of shooting. Here come a couple of Webster's orthodontic straight shooting free throws, and it's up off the front of the rim, no good. 2:27 remains in the ball game. Falcons 52, Cedar 44, an 8-point lead. Parker can push it out to a 9-point lead with the second of 2 here. And he does so. .222 left to go. 53-44, a 9-point Falcon lead. Here's Zab. Santana off the high post screen. Right side, he goes to Harrison. Time of the essence. There's Zab once again. Redmond can't spend a lot of time. Here's Zab working, falling away, baseline left, good. Santana with the bucket. He's got 12 points in the game. 2 minutes left to go. 53-46 Falcons. Here's Lyman in the forecourt. On the dribble, guarded by Harrison, way over to the left wing now. Lyman goes baseline, puts it up, and it's blocked away by Bailey, and they're going to call a foul. Got plenty of ball. Might have got him down low. Typically, you get that much ball, they'll let it go, but not this time, I guess. So at the free throw line to shoot is going to be Lyman. And the free throw no good. Just the first personal on Bailey. That's the 7th team foul on the Redmen. So any foul from now on is going to involve free throws. Gage Savage checks in for Bailey Oswald. It's a 7-point Falcon lead. And Mason Lyman at the line to push it out to 8, and he does so. Checking in, Cody Spencer. Coming out of the ball game is Kyle Sorensen. The Falcons are going to go small here. And the Redmen not going particularly big either. Here's Trayton Tebbs on the right wing. To the left side to Air, to Savage. And they go to Santana out front. 1:22 left to go. Zab spots from 3, puts it up no good. Savage with the rebound, and the putback is good. Gage Savage scores the bucket on the rebound. And a timeout's going to be called by Russ Beck. Timeout brought to you by Color Country Pediatrics. Back in 1 minute, 1:12 left to go. Falcons lead at 54-48.
Carter Creek Concrete to Go is your small quantity concrete supplier. 1/4 to 2 cubic yards made according to your specs. The load mixes while you drive. When you're done, you hose out the drum and return the mixer. It's as easy as that. Buy only what you need with no mixing by hand or short load fees, and save big by doing it yourself. Carter Creek Concrete to Go at 942 North Airport Road in Cedar City. For the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Carter Creek Concrete to Go.
KREC, Bryan Head, and Cedar City at 98.1. St. George at 98.5. On the Southern Utah's Variety Station, Star 98, a product of Cherry Creek Media.
Falcons with possession and a 6-point lead with 1:12 left to go. Falcons just looking to burn some clock here. Inbound pass is saved back in bounds by a nifty move there by Mason Lyman as he saved it off of Gage Savage, I believe it was. So Falcons dodge the bullet there. In they come to Farrow into the forecourt, right side. Trevor Farrow, and he's bumped and fouled by Ty Harrison. First one on Ty, but it's going to be free throws. A 1-and-1 situation for Trevor Farrow. Once again, Farrow, no points in the ball game until the third quarter, and now he has 11. Free throw, no good, misses the front end. Here's Harrison to Tebbs. Tebbs quickly into the forecourt. He'll drive out the right side and swing it around the left side. Harrison, Bobby's upholstery 3, in and out. Parker Holmes high for the rebound. 53 seconds remain, 54-48. A 6-point Falcon lead. And the Redmen are going to have to foul here. Brindley, they'll bring it back out. Falcons just playing keep away with 40 seconds left to go. And they're going to have to stop the clock somehow. Trayton Tebbs finally does so. 34.5 seconds remain. Falcons have not so far been able to put this one away at the free throw line. With a chance to do so, or at least contribute toward it, Trevor Farrow once again with the front end of a 1-and-1. Free throw, good. .34.5 seconds remain in the game. 55-48. And it remains 55-48 Falcons. 32 seconds. Tebbs hands it off to Santana. Zab falling away from 16 feet out. Good. Zab with another bucket. 55-50. Back to a 5-point lead. Tanner Ayer with the foul. So we'll go to the free throw line once again, and it's going to be Parker Holmes. 55-50 Falcons with 21.3 left. Parker puts the first one up, no good. And he is in the double bonus now, the Falcons are. 10 team fouls on the Redmen. Bryce Crowley checks in, Gage Savage out. .3 seconds left to go. 55-50 Falcons, the second of two on the double bonus from Parker Holmes, and it rattles in. 56-50. Here's Tebbs. In three-point range to the lane, and he's going to be held and fouled by Brindley. So Brindley with number 2. That's the 7th team foul on the Falcons, so it'll be a 1-and-1 situation for Trayton Tebbs. Redmen still with some ground to make up, but Tebbs can chip away at it with a chance to make it a 4-point ball game. Gage Savage checks back in. Bryce Crowley checks out on your Zions Bank substitution. And the front end try is missed. 10 seconds left to go and a foul in the backcourt. Mason Lyman will go to the line. 9.7 seconds remain in this game. And the Falcons looking to put one on ice here. .56-50 Falcons. And Lyman with the first one good. 57-50. Redmen with plenty of chances, but just couldn't execute, threw too many away. And Zab into the forecourt, 5 seconds left to go. Zab leaping and leaning, puts it up and in with a 3-point shot. And that's the ball game. 58-53, Falcons win it again. Our post-game wrap is brought to you by $5 Pizza, now with 2 Cedar City locations to serve you. They're in the Providence Center in front of Walmart, also located on North Main Street across from Canyon View Middle. The post-game wrap is also brought to you by Brad's Food Hut, with a menu to please everyone. It's Cedar City's favorite place to hang out for nearly 4 decades now, located on North Main Street across from Frontier Homestead State Park. We'll take a 2-minute break on both our video and audio broadcasts and be back with more at Canyon View High School.
Rolling Rubber Tire Pros is Southern Utah's trusted choice for tires and accessories of all sizes and styles from the world's most reliable manufacturers. Don't leave the safety of your loved ones nor the security of one of your biggest investments to anyone less than the tire and automotive experts at Rolling Rubber Tire Pros. Serving Southern Utah for nearly 5 decades, Rolling Rubber Tire Pros at 256 West 200 North in Cedar City. Only $5 Pizza gives you a large, freshly baked, 1-topping pizza or a medium made-to-order supreme pizza for just $5. And don't forget the breadsticks, specialty salads, chicken wings, and more, all at a great price. And now $5 Pizza offers 2 locations to serve you, in the Providence Center and now on North Main Street across from Canyon View Middle. Both locations offering the best pizza value in Cedar City. 865-9600, 865-9600.
I am your favorite DQ Treats. And when you exit the drive-thru with a minivan full of me and a rear-view mirror obstructed by DQ soft serve, your kids will know that you know how to party. Party over here. Party over there. Party everywhere.
With 2 Cedar City locations to serve you on South Main Street and in the Color Country Chevron near the 200 North Interchange.
Because I'm not fast food. I am fan food.
Welcome to Color Country Pediatrics.
We understand that your child is your world. That's why we provide compassionate care.
Learn more about our practice and schedule an appointment with us today.
The largest pediatric practice in town and still growing. Color Country Pediatrics offers wellness checkups, sick visits, sports physicals, and preventative care. Because we're able to provide so many services on site, like several labs, casting, stitches, IVs, and wound care, our patients can receive quality treatment from friendly faces in a familiar setting. Our friendly physicians develop long-term relationships with whole families in order to provide kids with the most comprehensive care. With a staff member on call 24 hours a day, you can have peace of mind.
We love coming here. They make us feel comfortable and they're welcoming, and we know that they care about us.
Color Country Pediatrics gives back to the community by supporting local schools, sports teams, and events. Color Country Pediatrics.
They're our world too.
The Big Picture Morning Show with Dr. T and Chris Holmes. Weekdays at 6 on News Talk 107.7 590 KSUB.